Guys, just going to show you a little quick how to build a square tubular fuselage out of dollar store foam. Okay, it's got the leave the paper on. So basically, what you're going to end up is something that looks like this. You tear your strip of paper in successions of however big you want the fuselage. Okay. Now this is for a UAV drone that I'm building. Okay. So there's going to be another piece that will actually fit over. Okay. So I need to make another piece the size of this main fuselage. And this is just the coupler, the join the two pieces. So what you need to do is figure out how big you want your fuselage. I had one here earlier I made. This is 4 inches, but it's just a little bit too big for the 16. I was thinking it was going to be good for the 60-inch wingspan. But I don't know, a little bit too big. 4 inches actually turns into 4.5. I forget what it is now, outside diameter anyways, 4.5. Yeah, almost 4.25, 3/4. So the inside might be closer to 4. Yeah, it's 4. So we'll go for that. So this one is 3, and obviously it's outer diameter of 3 3/4. So whatever you're doing, it's going to be bigger on the outside, obviously. So basically, for the bend, you need to take the paper off, and the travel linear is about 1/4 inch. So what I'll do is, you need your base, your 2 side walls, right here and here, like this, and then whatever the thickness of, you need 2 halves, the total, and that gives you obviously your dimensions. Okay, and then just a 2-inch strip on the seam. And just it helps it keep it together. So this one here, I made a boo-boo. I made a little bit too small. I need a 3-inch. I went 2.5. So it's a little bit too small because I made, basically it turned out to be the size of this, and I need the outer diameter. For the wings, I'm just going to show you. This is the canard up in front. As you can see, you do the same thing. Leave the paper on the bottom, take it off the top. Cut your top cord. This is all one sheet. So basically you start like this, put a hard edge, and fold it over. So this is, and it gives you an airfoil. This cord is, thinking closer to 8 if I'm not mistaken, 7.5. So I went with 3 thicknesses that are 1 inch in, and if you have a 1-inch strip or something, or whatever you want to use, put it there, make a little score line, and glue your 2-inch pieces full span. And they go together like this. It might be kind of hard to see here. And you can see for the wing rod, same principle, 1 continuous sheet, even with the aileron to the top. This is a part of this sheet. You just score it and tape it up. And you can see I put a couple little relief cuts. One here, and one there, and then out here just to help it. So basically, same principle, one full continuous sheet, cut your dimensions, which was say 7.5, then your top part 7.5, then your aileron, I think, or your control surface, I think mine was closer to 2, 1.5 maybe, 2 inches, 2 inches. Some people use, depending on how thick your airfoil is, with the 5-inch, you can get away with 1 inch or 1.5, but 2 is seems perfect for this size of airfoil. So this is the spar. So you have one continuous, and then you put a 2-inch piece, same as before on the canard, 2 1-inch pieces. Lay your spar down flat between your 2 1-inch pieces and sandwich it, and then put your 2-inch piece on top. So you got 2-inch piece, lay your spar in the center, 2 1-inch pieces, they're going to overhang a little bit. So if you want, you take the thickness of this and add it to your bottom one. I made the bottom one a little bit longer, as you can see, a little bit wider. So your 2-inch piece, lay this down, lay your 2 1-inch pieces, and glue them in nice and snug. Okay, it's hot glue, so it shouldn't be too bad. Glue them in nice and snug. Take this out if you like. Lay your last 2-inch piece on it. Get something hard or anything, and push down. So basically, it curves over the spar, and glue it in. What I did a little bit down on one of the, I forget which one, I think it's this one, I put a stop. When I was gluing, I found half the length of the spar, cut a hole and glued it with some piece of foam so that this can only go in so far. And it stops. So that's half. And then I can take another one, like so. I have a 2-piece wing. It's kind of hard to see, it's 60 inches. Oh, tip over my glue gun. So this is the Armin wing. This is from my piece drone. If you don't know what it is, you can look it up. Pretty cool. It's, you know, $5 worth of dollar store foam. So back to building our piece. Just give you a little quick demonstration. So for my extension, some people are doing them. The original was 15 inches. For this, it's 15-inch pod for your camera. And I'm going to shorten it up a little bit just to get for the CG, because there was some issues with the CG. So I'm going to bring it into, I think, whatever the thickness of this was. It just worked out that that's 9.5. So I'm going to go with that because it's just a scrap piece I had. So, if I can get this orientated, just to make sure. So we want 3 inches, so our first line has to be 1.5, right? First line, because that's our half. And I'm just going to come up and do it here. And we're saying we need a 1/2 inch. That's the part we're going to end up cutting. A 1/2 inch. And that. Now we need 3. right? So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, little tick, and we're going to do our 1/2 inch for the fold. 1, 2, 3, and our 1/2 inch. Just come up, and we're going to go 3 again, and our 1/2 inch. 3 inches and our 1/2 inch. So now if you can look, we got our 1/2. This is our side. This is going to be our bottom, so we need one more for our side. So we're going to go 3, 1/2 inch. 3 and another 1/2. Now the next one is 1.5. So we have, this is our center, 2 side walls, and the top or the bottom. And so we need to go one more, half the width, so 1 1/2. See, we are doing 3 inches. If it was 4, you'd make it 2 inches. I'm just going to line up these. Yeah, haven't got to be perfect. You can just because these are the pieces of paper we're going to take off. Okay, and now our last one, I'm just going to like that. A sharp blade is always good. Now you can use this your finger as a guide. I usually cut everything by hand. I don't use like straight edges and trying to cut straight and shit like that. I just wing it. Score the paper now. So what I usually do is put my finger down and just get the corner of the blade. I don't know if you can see that. And I can kind of judge how deep. You just want to score the paper. You don't want to go too deep. That's what she said. Okay. Like I said, yeah, I'm going to be perfect. Just that. Okay. Fill these off. Now, a little trick. When you're doing your main wing and you have it, I put it in under my cutting mat. And when you're doing your 30-inch wing, it is quite bigger. Usually I just put it here like this, and I bent it over. And then it came down and there was my aileron on top, right? But for this, I have just a 1/2 inch dowel that I have for whatever. Or you can use your wing spar, just whatever you want. What I usually do, and just give it a little roll on each one. Flip it around. Okay, and what a lot of people do is tape this first. So I'm going to do that right now. Okay, just some clear tape. Putting out tape, I usually start in the middle, and you blade just the blade of your hand, just go like that. Some people use something hard. This is going to be my motor mount actually, like that, and do it. But I find blading hand like this works. Alright, That looks good. Just gonna flip it over now. I'm just going to trim the tape. Okay, so got some crease, got it taped. Now, got it done. And it's just as simple as folding it over, having a dowel and compressing the foam at seams really helps get the bend started. So this is the same principle for the entire fuselage. Okay, you can see like that. Basically, this should fit over this. There is a bit of play, but the thickness of that is about the thickness of a piece of foam or so. As you can see right there. You see in right there, right on the base. You can take the tape off because it will just help with the glue. Dollar store foam is fairly flexible, stiff one way and very flexible the other. I have rolled this out before with a red roller, a big heavy one, and compressed it whole, and you could basically make a curved fuselage. You can do a lot of stuff with this, and it's very easy to sand and flexible. And for $1, well, here in Canada, well, at my dollar store, which is called like Dollarama or some crap like that, or the buck or two, it's $1.25. So 10 sheets was like $12, $12.50. So basically, this is going half. So when the other piece comes over, what's on the other half? What I do is I take this piece of paper off. So I got foam to foam. What I usually do is just, so I don't use excess glue, I just put about half the cord and just make a little score line. Okay, got glue. And I'm just going to put that right there. Just hold it for a sec. And do the same with this side. Peel this piece off. Basically, now when I come around here, I have something to glue that to, like that. I'm just going to run some glue here and a little bit on the inside. Bring this around. It is a little bit harder to do it when you're doing. This is this length from here. This whole width, if you can see it, is one full like width of the dollar store foam, which is 20 inches. And you can see this is 20 inches long. So when you're trying to do this one full span, it's a lot harder to do, but I managed to get it. You can do half at a time if you like. Put a piece of tape there. And I managed to do it, yeah, I pretty much did one half, but I ran a bead of glue and tried to get it first. Just do a test fit, it should be fine. Just to make sure. glue. Something in the seam. Extra. Up. There, trying to get it. Good side. Careful, glue is hot. You can see you're trying to do a 30-inch span like this and trying to hold it. You're going to do it, you need a bigger glue gun and an extra set of hands. You're going to try to do it at once. So, might be a good idea to do half and then do the other half. Slide that aside a little bit. So I like to work the seam like that and kind of give it you can once you get it. Not too much, just enough to square it up if need be. So there you go. It's one piece of foam. This is going to be the camera pod. It's basically going to be removable. This is a fairly tight fit unless you get it, and you usually squeeze up on this or push down. So there you go. Now the total length of this was 30, and I think this was what, 9.5, so we got 39.5-inch fuse. First canard is going to go right about here. I'm not sure the distance, so I think I'm just going to put it back an inch. I'm going to use Velcro. See, some people are using Velcro and wrapping it around the thing, but I'm just going to a couple strips of Velcro here, a couple here, and then do the dowels on each side, and then some rubber bands. I'm just going to use the Velcro just for so it won't slip, because it's a known issue with stuff with rubber bands or wings, especially on this kind of a greasy surface. So I'm just going to put a strip of Velcro there, line it up, put it on, put my bands over, and should be good to go. Whoa. So stay tuned. This is my piece drone build, and it's coming along. This is my second night at it. Camera pod is done. Next is tomorrow. It's getting kind of late now, so I got to get out to drill and drill the holes. The motor I'm going to end up using, a friend of mine gave me a Park 480 from a Radian Pro, but I don't know where it's to now, but yeah, I'd have to switch around some crap or whatever, like the shaft, switch the shaft around. So I pulled this one out of my Hobby Zone Super Cub. That's what I had as an upgrade. It's a 3530 what is it, 1100 kV. I got it from RC Thomas, like 15 bucks. I'm gonna run this with, I don't know, a 9 or a 10-inch prop sticking out the ass. So tomorrow I need to glue in the mount. I'm not sure if I should have some down or some thrust and thrust angle on a pusher. I'm not sure. It might. Most of it has a little bit of down, so I'm just gonna do some research now and see if I need. I can always shim it after. So I'm just gonna mount this, and you can always put shims. All right. If you need some down or right. So that's the build so far, and I think it's going to be a pretty cool BV platform. Seems to fly good. So that's the piece drone so far. And stay tuned, and hopefully get some more done tomorrow. Thanks for watching.